led by Chicago Police Commander John Burge. John Burge rose to the upper echelons of the Chicago Police Department, and he unleashed a campaign of torture and abuse against countless African American men.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all know my slogan. I don't know it all, but I know what I've been through. Now, before we get into the video, please make sure you head on down to Instagram and follow us on our official Instagram page at hookah_anonymous. Now, we're able to be a little more freely and talk a little more uncensored and post a little more explicit on there without running the risk of potentially losing our page. So head on down to Instagram now and follow us on our official Instagram page at hookah_anonymous. Alright, now let's get into what you guys came to see. Now, your boy CDAII, is looking pretty good for him, as he announced days ago that he has a court date coming up. I would assume that it's an appeal date that he was granted to push for his release. The court date is set for June 8th, 2022, and in those terms, or in those lines, he's sitting there exposing the corruption that was going on within his case, and it's starting with a guy by the name of John Burge. Alright, but before we get into all that and who John Burge actually is, what I want to do is read the posts that he put up. Both of the posts, he put 2 posts up in reference to his case, and pretty much stating what's going on. Now, the first post was of a guy by the name of Akeem Muhammad, alright, who he reposted because he did a video based on who John Burge actually is. And I will get into that, but before I get into who John Burge actually is, let's read what the post says. Now, the post says, quote, "Hey, at Kim Fox, did you know that coerced statement was used to obtain Courtney Ely conviction by the notorious Chicago police detective John Halloran, a subordinate of the notorious John Burge? I want all my supporters to demand justice and my release on my court date on June 8th, 2022 at 9 a.m. with Judge Gone. Hashtag did you know? Hashtag wrongly convicted. Hashtag coerced statement. Hashtag free Courtney Ely." Alright, Courtney Ely, my fault, y'all. Then in the next picture, the next post, he put up a picture of him, his mugshot, and D.Rose mugshot as well. And in the caption, it says, quote, "Hey, at Kim Fox, did you know Detective John Halloran was named in multiple misconduct cases for coercion, including 3 that cost the city of Chicago $7 million. The same detective that bragged about his work against myself, Davon Bennett, and Davon Bennett being King Vaughn, and Albert Sardin. The same detective that charged me with murder based off a coerced confession. Hashtag did you know?" Alright, now let's get into who John Burge is so we can understand what's really going on. Now, John Graham Burge was an American police detective and commander in the Chicago Police Department who was found guilty of having directly participated in or implicitly approved the torture of at least 118 people in police custody in order to force false confession. I think I said it right. False confessions. It's like a tongue twister. But anyway, he was born December 20th, 1947 in Chicago, Illinois. He died September 9th, 2018 in Apollo Beach, Florida. His title when he died was Detective Commander, and he was ranked as a sergeant. Alright, and he's known for police brutality. That's what comes up as like his Wikipedia. So, pretty much John Halloran, who actually locked up these guys, was a subordinate, meaning a person who came up under Burge and supported the way he did things, which means he supported the torture, he supported the coercion. You see what I'm saying? So he might have a good case. CDAII actually might have a good case if his lawyer is strong enough in exposing the corruption that's going on. And a lot of people don't understand that coercion goes a long way. And the setup of jail itself, when you think about it, will coerce you to cooperate and cop out to something you didn't even do based on the conditions itself. All right, jail is a very, 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 very disgusting place, man. From the food to the surroundings, some of the people, not all, and just the rules and just everything. All right, law officials know that, and that's why majority of the time, while you are in there fighting your case, they set court dates months apart. All right, prolonging the process. It's all put in place just to break you. They know that eventually, after going through jail for a little bit, most time it gets to people and they end up cracking. I've seen people take plea deals that didn't make sense, all because they've been sitting in jail for so long and they just couldn't take it, or they just wanted to get it over with, man. It's a process. Sometimes people are in the county years. I'm talking about the county jail for years, fighting a case before even being sentenced. All right, then you got another situation where you might have 23-1. 23-1 is when you locked inside for 23 hours and you're only able to come out for 1 hour, and within that hour you have a phone call, you have to shower, and you have to eat, all within that hour. So jail is tough, man, and all that stuff starts to take a toll on you, and eventually only the strongest survive, because most people crack. Not to mention another form of coercion, like explained, is beating. You know, once some cops get you in that county, once they get you in that precinct where there's no cameras, nothing, and they know where there's no cameras or whatever, once they start beating on you, especially with you being young, man, you tend to just say, forget it, I'm gonna take this, or I'm gonna do this, or I'm gonna say this because he's beating me. If I don't say yes to this, or if I don't approve of this, he's gonna continue to beat me. And what person wants to continue to get beat, especially by the police? Who you gonna call? They're the police, man. And personally, I wouldn't put it past them neither, man. First off, if any of you guys been through the system or just plainly know how they operate, a lot of men are coerced into taking bad plea deals just to get convictions, and they purposely prey on the younger, the weak, the unaware, the people that's not knowledgeable, because they don't know any better. I always tell people, if you're going to break the law, at least know the law first, so you're not being railroaded. And railroaded is another word for pretty much coerced. All right, where you're tricked or forced into taking time that you don't necessarily need to take. And that's going on a lot of the times, a lot of places, not just Chicago. All right, especially dealing with lawyers, court-appointed lawyers. Don't get me wrong, I've came across very good 18Bs. However, if you fighting a tough case, then a court-appointed lawyer / legal aid is not the way to go. They don't have your best interest at all. And in fact, there's a difference between legal aids and 18Bs. And matter of fact, as a legal, let me tell the difference, right? Legal aids are provided to you through the courts. And through my personal experience with legal aids, they treat you as if you're not even their client. They're nasty at times. When speaking to you, they treat you as if you did the crime when they're supposed to be trying to help you. But a lot of people don't know that legal aids work for the courts. They're not to be trusted, man. In a nutshell, they actually get paid when you get convicted. That's another thing. So how are you supposed to have someone like that working for you when they get paid through your conviction? And on the other hand, the 18B could be a gift and a curse as well, because the 18B is usually referred to as a street lawyer who volunteered for the assigned firm through an assigned counsel 18B plan. So, you know, it's like they trying to pick up new clients. So it's just based off their performance. So, however, sometimes you could luck up with someone who was previously an actual lawyer and they got good experience and they just want to help out, especially if they see you have an interesting case. But on the flip side of that, you could also get someone who don't really know what they're doing and, you know, be coerced and all that weird stuff. But other than that, man, to be honest with you, I think it's about time they do some investigations into the whole law system, police system, ENT system, in Chicago as a whole. It's already been well documented of the corruption going on within the police system. It's also been very obvious about their EMT service, where 9 times out of 10, if you go to a hospital in Chicago from a gunshot wound, the odds are that you're not making it out alive. I'm sorry. Or how much times have it been reported of someone going in there alive and seeming well and fine, and then after we get news that they passed away? You see what I'm saying? Or how about their response time, the hospital response time? Look how they treated FBG Duck. And we were able to watch that with our own 2 eyes due to, you know, cameras and phones. But what about the ones that we don't see? We watched them take forever to get there to FBG Duck. And even when they got there, they took their very, very sweet time. And not to mention, it was a hospital blocks away and they still managed to get there late to him. You see what I'm saying? As a victim, they didn't treat him as a priority, man. But we continue to overlook these situations. But when will enough be enough? You know, does it have to happen to someone close before we speak up? Do somebody else have to be coerced or be, you know, enforced into saying something that's not really true before we speak up? So let's see where this goes, man. As for your boy CDAII, he might have a strong appeal date. You know, he might actually, you know, if he has the right lawyer, things might go in his favor. So I guess we just got to be tuned in and watch. His court date once again is June 8th, 2022. So let's see what comes out of this. As the story develops, I'll keep you guys updated, man. But as for now, make sure you jump in the comments. Let me know what y'all think. Do y'all think that CDAII actually has a strong case? Do y'all think that he might get released? Or maybe not, man. Jump in the comments, man. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. And remember, as long as you keep on watching, I'm going to keep on dropping. And I'm out.